In 2004, I was lucky enough to get a job working at a commercial gallery in Melbourne, a gallery that worked mostly with contemporary Aboriginal artists. And that was a great learning experience for me, because all of a sudden I began to have to immerse myself in Aboriginal art. But most importantly, I began to meet artists. I remember very, very distinctly the first Aboriginal artist that I met. It was an artist named Shane Pickett. And Shane and I, over the next 5 years, really developed quite a close friendship, and I learnt an awful lot from him. And Shane was somebody who had a great patience. He always knew that when he was talking to somebody, particularly somebody like me, that they were going to be they weren't going to be as erudite in culture as he was, and he was very generous in sharing that. But what I began to realise as I spent more time in the Aboriginal art world was that he was not entirely unique in that there were old men and women all around the country who were prepared to guide you and prepared to share an awful lot with you if they felt that you were somebody that had the patience and openness to respect their culture. And I feel like over the last 10 years, I've had so many wonderful and extraordinary experiences just sitting and listening to artists. But listening to artists is not always the easiest thing, particularly when you're working across incredible cultural divides. So being aware that you're an outsider in that context, I think, is very, very important. And if you are prepared to treat those exchanges with the highest level of respect and dignity that these artists deserve, I think it can open the world up to a lot of very magical things.